It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone.
42, Spider. 4.
Making side adjustments here. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Russell. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Under fire. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Commodores will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on one time. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You got to be so careful, too, Dave, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They're going back to the ground. He had all soon as he got it, he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the option. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Commodores will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barnett. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Commodores are rolling down the field. Back to pass, it's Russell. Now adjusting. He'll throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I would say they got him exactly where they didn't want him as a defense. All that speed, he gets outside the pocket, rolling to his right. You think he's going to take off. How about he tries to throw the football, can't fit it in there, throws the incompletion. The defense was scared for a second there.
He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
Got a paw on it near the goal line. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Lining up for the point after and the lead.
Well, this running back can beat you with a lot of tools. He's got speed, he can shake you, he can spin away, and now he shows you the stiff arm. That was lethal before walking into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Run it with the fullback. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on 3rd down. Give to the big fullback. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Trying to keep this drive alive. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
I know there are some people that say no. In your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Looking downfield. It's Mack. Now improvising. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Motion from the wideout. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Right defense. You've got to get this guy on the ground. Doing a good job winning one-on-ones, and we're going to see them blitz, and they're going to be able to mix and match some of these pressures. But you got to finish the play. It's not going to be enough to get him off his launch point. This quarterback can hurt you on the move.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
On the move, it's Dupree. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off from the shotgun. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it in. It's Mays. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here comes the option. The pitch. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Back to throw, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him! And the rush will get to him at the 25. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. Hard running there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your 1st drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the 1st half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you got...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Broken up, incompleted, nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Back to pass, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. Got it in the middle, it's Dupree. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Takes it the other way.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a first and goal. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Quarterback sneak trying to get a push.
Well, and after that running play, this is now a critical third down here for the offense. You just got an interception. You've got to pay this thing off. You've got to find a way to cap this drive off and score some points. So this third down right here is massive.
Turning to the running game here on third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Red Hawks of Miami. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
On third and short, the power run here. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. This lower intestinal fortitude. 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll run the sneak for it.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Power football with the run. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it. At this point, that looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe of the 49. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
He'll work his way down to the 28.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Rides the back on the option to give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Catch in the middle. It's Barnett. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Trying to set up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback looks for a little space. And the offense just tries to sneak it in on 2nd down, and that sneak gets it done.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he tacks on the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the run, it's Young. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking left. Got him downfield. Flying down the left side. sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Russell. Finds the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays.
Gonna take a shot. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Hauls it in the first down and more. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking down the middle. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Dropping back, it's Russell. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Commodores want to pick up the tempo.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come.
Turning it on. Quick step and go. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Green. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got the quick pass. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't load the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Brought down at the 1-yard line, and oh, so close to a pick six.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Backed up at their own 13-yard line, it's 1st down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big. You've forced a 3rd down. One more big stop. Now I can get them to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The thing that made that play work is that it created the matchup they wanted and let the running back create after he caught it.
And, Reese, you see more and more of this in college football. Taking the backs and using them as weapons, right? Getting them out in space as much as possible. Get them matched up on a linebacker where I can now run a route where I sell it outside, cut it inside, and I win.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Takes the handoff. It's Raymond. He's wrestled down right at the 35. Good job by the defense to stop that conversion attempt. 4th down coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Has to get there to move the sticks. At the 45 on his way. Breaks into the open. He was
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? Fourth down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game, David.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball in an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.